with audacious confidence. Audacious confidence is the unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. So join me on my show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence, so we can discover the unknown you. Call in to join the conversation at 888-565-1470. Let's get started. Everyone, hi, welcome to the show tonight. See, you caught me fiddling with Facebook. You caught me trying to get all my social media stuff together. Yay. So, hi, welcome. It's Monday, and it's Unleash Your Audacious Confidence here with me, Alicia Couri. And I have two amazing guests in the studio with me today. And I am going to just share with you a little bit briefly about who they are and what they do. First, I have Lounedy Gaudron. Did I say that right?
Yes, you
Yay!
did. You got it.
She is the founder of Fresh Kitchen Creole. She's a chef and she is a caterer. And so she has started her own business. She does have a full-time job, and she started her own business, catering. And so we're going to talk with her in a minute. She likes to inspire, to serve, and gathering like-minded entrepreneurs together. So she also hosts events. And she has an event coming up, which I'll tell you about a little bit later. And also in studio with me today, I have the lovely and the wonderful Miss Patricia Rogers. Yay! I wish we had an applause.
Yes, we made it.
Yes, Patricia Rogers. She is a retired correctional lieutenant with the Miami-Dade County Corrections after 29 years of service. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. She's an entrepreneur, a co-author. Her book here, The Journey, I don't know if we can see it. Let me pull it over to my side here. Journey to the Stage. Here it is. This is she authored this book. And she is a speaker, an international public speaker, a coach, and an event coordinator. So she is here with her mentee. She is mentor to Lounedy, and I invited both of them here today to come on this show because both of them have amazing events coming up. And not only the events, but I did want to talk to them. You have a business with you have your own business
Service.
With Unity and Service.
Where people need people.
Where people need people.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we're going to talk about all that. First, I did want to ask, because we just briefly touched on this a little earlier, about Lounedy is a millennial and starting her business. Pat, you are a retiree, baby boomer. And
baby boomer, yes.
And you've started a business. And so there are some differences in your approach to business, one being, on one end of the spectrum and the other end of the spectrum. So I just really wanted to address that just briefly, and then we'll get into what we're going to talk about today. So, Pat.
Okay, well, briefly,
yes.
I believe that one of the differences I believe is between the baby boomers and the millennials is structure and discipline. Mm-hmm. Disciplines. So the baby boomers are a lot more structured. We have to have great disciplines.
Yes.
And we have been trained and taught to abide by the rules of the game.
Wow.
And that is one of the differences in millennials, I believe, is that they don't really value the time as much as we do.
Right.
And as far as the disciplines are concerned, they lack some of the disciplines that it will take, that they need to take them to the next level. You have to whip them into
shape a little bit more.
Yeah.
They need to be whipped.
And that's where my training comes in. Our training comes in as it relates to sharing.
All right.
Teaching.
And Lounedy, pull the mic up just a little bit to your mouth, closer. There you go. So you tell us from your perspective as a millennial, how starting your own business, some of the challenges that you find.
I would say some of the challenges as a millennial entrepreneur, we tend to wait for the opportunities to come to us sometimes. Mm-hmm. And having a mentor she pushes me to go out there. Even like I'll make excuse, like she says, you need to go talk to the experts. Go into this restaurant, talk to the owner about where he's getting his supplies from. And I'm like, well, I've tried, and they weren't too happy to give me information. And she's like, that's an excuse. Look at the positive of things and go in there. Like, she pushes me beyond my comfort zone.
That's great.
Yes.
You need someone like that in your corner, and not only as a millennial, but just in general. So I think it is. But let's talk about the urgency to get things done, because you feel it more to get it done, and you have the discipline, especially from the background that you have, to push and get it done, and you're a little more laid back. It's like,
right, I would agree. It's like I feel like I'm going to get it done. I'll do it.
But you have all the time in the world.
Right. And she's more like,
get it done now. Get it done. That's me. Pat and I are like the same. Get it done. Get her done now. Okay. So, Pat, I've known you for a few years now. Yeah. And you are a woman that is audacious. You are bold. You are not, and again, from your background, you are not afraid to take prisoners, boy. You go out there, and you are out there, and you are doing it. Where does that audaciousness come from for you?
Oh, that's a good
was
question.
It always there?
No, Alicia, I have to be honest. It was not always there. My confidence and the audaciousness, as you call it, audacity, and all those other good words, tenacity, all those good words, I had to be developed just like everybody else. It took work, and what rocketed me into to this demeanor, disposition, are the challenges that I have had in my life, because I believe that challenges sets the platform for all of our success.
There you go.
When we look at it from that point of view, because so that also must be contributed to the faith that I have in God and my higher power.
Amen.
Who I choose to call.
Yes, because Napoleon even says it's a slight disguise of opportunity. Adversity. So, same question to you. Now that you're kind of coming into your own a little bit with a little bit of coaching from Miss Pat Rogers, how do you find your confidence? Is it growing? Do you still find that you're not willing to push yourself out there?
I would say I've always had the confidence to push myself, but with Pat, at times when I don't even notice that I'm a little reserved, and she'll push me like, you need to come to this event. Get in front of these people, talk to them, and be prepared with the 60-second
elevator pitch. Make sure you have that have it ready to go.
Absolutely.
So there. Well, you touched on it. There are times in your life that you did not feel confident. What advice would you give someone how to turn that around?
The advice that I would give someone as to how to turn their basically insecurities around is to, first of all, you have to face them head on. You have to face them head on. If you don't know, I've heard this before, if you don't know where you're going, you end up anywhere. And the first thing I have to do for me, even today, is I have to look myself in the mirror. I have to recognize my shortcomings, because we all have them.
We all have them.
We all have them.
Yeah.
And then when I recognize them, once I put them in the back of my mind, or some of what we call the subconscious, now we can work on it.
Yeah.
We can work on it. And then we become better.
Pull them forward.
Absolutely.
So that you can recognize them. And so...
Focus.
You got to focus. So, you came from corporate America. What was your biggest challenge, do you think, coming from corporate America?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question, Alicia. It's in the book.
It's in the book.
So they can buy the book. No, I'm just kidding. But it is in the book.
But how do they get a copy of the book, by the way, since we touched on the book?
A copy of the book can be purchased from Amazon.
Yeah.
And the name of it is The Journey to the Stage. And I'm a member of the Women's Prosperity Network organization. And this is a project that they allow all of the entrepreneurs to take part in. And it's an awesome, awesome experience, because that was when I wrote my first book.
This is your first authorship in a book.
Absolutely.
So, Journey to the Stage. It's available on Amazon.
And I also have my chapter alone that I market as an ebook. So
okay, so
if there's something people don't want to read the whole book, but
right? It's an ebook. How can they get your ebook then?
They can email me at Unity in Service.
Okay.
At gmail.com.
unityinservice@gmail.com to get a copy of
Pat at unityinservice.com.
Oh, so it's Pat.
I have about 3.
Pat at unityinservice.com, and you can get you can download a free copy of the ebook that is the chapter that she has in this bestseller over here. And so, Lounedy, you work full time.
I do.
And you've just started your business. So where do you work full time? What are you doing?
Well, I work for a local college in Fort Lauderdale as an advisor.
Okay, so you're an advisor. So now you're kind of in the corporate structure. She just came out of it. It's quite a dynamic. So you know that you've had some challenges, and you kind of pointed to the book, but you didn't quite answer the question.
Yeah, I answered the question. I know you were going to come back at me. Yeah.
Hey.
I love it, Alicia. Oh boy. No, the biggest challenge that I personally had in corporate America was what we call the politics in the workplace.
Oh yeah, that's why I work for myself.
I think all of our listeners can attest to that.
Yeah.
Who are working for corporate America, because when you hear a lot of stories, that's one of the reasons that a lot of people want to quit their day job before they have really established themselves as a true entrepreneur.
Right.
Meaning, but that was the biggest challenge for me. But again, it goes back to what I said earlier. Those challenges, man, I tell you,
make you stronger.
I'm loving them. I'm loving them because now I see where it has it's benefiting me.
Great.
Right.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because the thing is, most people love what they do.
I love
They
my
just
job.
don't love all the
Absolutely.
extra things that go that you have to deal with. And it's people skills that you have to develop in order to survive.
Absolutely. and I was telling her some time ago, we was chatting, and I always say it's never the organization. Mm-hmm. It's the people within the organization.
Absolutely.
People tell me, oh, well, you worked, you was in the jail with the inmates, and that must be difficult. The inmates, I expect the inmates to behave the way they behave.
Yes.
I expect them to call us names if they, if it comes to that, or use profanities and things like that. It's the people that I work with who are professionals that we expect more from, and those are the ones that you better watch out for.
Yeah. When I was, I did work briefly in corporate when I was a flight attendant. Years and years ago, a long time ago, when I was a flight attendant. And it's the same thing. People ask, how was it dealing with passengers? I'm like, passengers are a breeze. Okay. Dealing with the passengers was not a problem. It's dealing with all the other stuff that went along with the job, and that was the biggest challenge. It's you're right. It's people skills, and that's why there are so many coaches out there that are helping develop those people skills in corporate America, because people need to know how to work together. People need to know how to build teams and how to get the job done with as less drama as possible.
Right. And can I add something to that?
Yes.
I also want to add that I really, it was a joy really to be in that position. Like I said, I didn't understand it then. Mm-hmm. I survived it and I persevered, but I understand it now even more so. But back then I still always knew that people are always watching.
Yeah.
And this is what we have to do as professionals. Even as an entrepreneur, people are always watching you.
Yeah.
I have employees that's calling me now, Lieutenant, on the phone, Lieutenant Rogers, I got a situation. Can you help me?
Wow.
I'm gone. I'm gone. But I'm there, and that lets me, I'm there mentally, emotionally with them, and I'm going to do whatever I can
to help
them through. But the bottom line is, it lets me know that I left the legacy that I desire to leave.
Yes, and that is why you created that company, Unity in Service, because that is your life.
Where people need people.
It is in service. Absolutely. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with Pat Rogers and Lounedy. Am I going to mess it up? Gaudron. We'll be right back in a moment. Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live.
Have you ever dreamed of owning your own online business? Start your business now. It's fast, easy, and free. Just sign up at mylife.net. You'll get a free personal business coach who will support you every step of the way. We'll help you sell products and services from our amazing product line in 4 life-based categories that can make you money. Your free business also comes with all the tools you'll need to be successful. Take control of your life with My Life. Sign up now for free at mylife.net.
You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. Lounedy Gaudron of the Fresh Kitchen Creole presents Sip and Chat and Munch, Saturday, July 29th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Fairfield Inn Suites in Pembroke Pines. Tickets are only $10. Guest speakers include radio hosts Tacovia Calvin, beauty specialist Rachel Lacroix, business coach Pat Rogers, and spiritual teacher Edmund Cool. Networking while enjoying a tasty, organic, and authentic Creole cuisine specially prepared by Chef Lounedy. To buy your tickets now for the Sip and Chat and Munch networking event, go to Eventbrite and search Fresh Kitchen Creole, Fort Lauderdale. Pat Rogers, international speaker, best-selling author, and business coach, in collaboration with Unity in Service, presents Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2017 on October 25th and 26th at the Signature Grand in Davie. Learn how to launch and build a business from America's business expert, Bill Walsh, how to change your habits and attitudes from success coach Eric Swanson, and the One philosophy from Nancy Matthews, the visionary with guts. Pat Rogers will share how to transition from corporate America to entrepreneur. Lunch is included in the ticket price. For more information and to get your tickets now, go to www.unityinservice.net. That's www.unityinservice.net. Yay! And we are back. We are back with Lounedy and Pat, and we are talking about entrepreneurship, and we're talking about confidence and building your business. And I talked to you, Pat, about, before we went to commercial, about the challenges that you had, and now I'm going to ask Lounedy the same question, because you are still in corporate America. You've retired. You're still in corporate America and building a business. And what are some of the challenges that you're facing right now?
Well, like we were talking about earlier, I'm dealing with a lot of office politics right now. You know, shades being thrown when I go in the office.
Is it because they're jealous that you are starting your own thing on the side, or is it?
I think it's a little bit of both. Just to see someone like myself, you know, being a young entrepreneur, so they expect you to just go with the norms. Okay, you have a 9-to-5, you should be fortunate. And
just be happy where you are.
Just be happy where you are, and just focus on our business. Or don't work here and think about starting your own, because you're being distracted from your 9-to-5.
But you do your 9-to-5 well, and then after hours is when you
I do my
take care of your thing. That's your plan B. That's what I was talking about this morning on Facebook Live. If you guys caught me on Facebook Live, having a plan B is so important. Because before you retired, you started Legal Shield. You started your business with Legal Shield?
Yes, I did. I started a multi-level marketing business that offered the services, legal and identity theft plans, that will protect individuals. And being that I was faced with those legal issues in the organization by protecting what was already rightfully mine, when you violate my rights, a lot of times we have to go get an attorney. And I saw that service was very valuable. And even now, I'm privileged to empower families, business owners, and all the above with that.
Excellent.
You know, and it's all because of politics in the workplace. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So Legal Shield, it helps. I got it from you.
I
got a plan. Yep. Because you need to protect yourself.
Absolutely.
So what has been, Miss Pat, and then I'll direct it to you, what has been your biggest achievement since, well, in your career, really?
Well, in my career, the 29 years that I was with corporate America, law enforcement, my biggest achievement, I had many. Trust me when I tell you, I had a lot, so don't think it was all bad. It was excellent, an excellent experience.
Well, for
journey.
29 years, it had to have its good both times. Absolutely.
And but one of the biggest things that's close to my heart is when I was nominated.
Yeah.
To be a recipient of what we call the Bachelor Award, and what that is the Bachelor Award is when you've worked 20 years of service and then you have contributed to the communities and you have to produce the letters of commendation, at least 3.
Yeah.
I think I may have had 5.
Nice.
And I was one of 7 employees that was nominated out of 130-some thousand employees within the entire county.
Wow. That is excellent.
So for me, that was huge.
That's excellent.
Huge.
Yay.
Thank you.
And any achievements that you consider right now in your career, Lounedy, that you can...
Right now, I mean, speaking of achievement, I'm very proud of the July 29th event that I'm working
coming on, because this is your first event that you're putting on.
Yes,
on July 29th. Yay. So that is going to be excellent. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And how has that journey been?
It's been...
I see you still have all your hair. So you haven't pulled it out yet.
No, because mine is out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But that is a learning experience.
Awesome. She's doing a good
because
job.
I tried to, put together one event, and when you're doing an event, you need a team.
Yeah, you need a team.
And I've learned that by networking and having a coach.
Yeah.
Like her.
Listen, that is, having a coach and a mentor is one of the most valuable things when you're an entrepreneur, when you're out in business by yourself. You need to have...
You need people.
Yes, you need that team and that support.
Add something to that. You know what they always say? When the student is ready,
yes, the teacher appears.
Absolutely.
And she, it's just amazing how it all happened. We don't have time to get into that. We'll talk about that at the event. So you all come on out to the event.
Come to the event.
Yes.
July 29th at the Fairfield in Suites
by Marriott.
Fairfield Inn Suites in Pembroke Pines.
Yes.
And they're going to have some delicious food, like what?
Yes. Organic.
No, listen, I love to eat, so tell us a little bit about the menu.
Ooh.
Oh, well, you should definitely expect some great appetizers from Fresh Kitchen Creole, personalized by your chef, Lounedy. So I definitely cook with love.
Yeah.
And it will be delicious. So you have your meatballs. You also will have wings, shrimp. Oh my goodness, the whole 9 yards.
She is like, I know some of you can't actually see her on camera, but she is just
so
loving it. She's so passionate about it. She's like, you're gonna have meatballs. It's so great.
And what I want to share is what Lounedy did not say was that yesterday she did her first sale as a caterer.
As a caterer.
And today on our way here, she received another request.
So it's rolling.
And what I want to say to the audience, can I talk to the audience for a minute?
You can talk to the audience just for a minute.
This is why it is so important to network.
Yes.
Because everything you need and everything you're looking for is not within the 4 walls of our homes. It's not behind the computer. It's out amongst the people.
Yes.
And people
need people. All right. So I wanted to really quickly, I want to ask this question because we're running out of time. Time is just flying by.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to those who want to leave their 9 to 5 and become an entrepreneur? I want each of you to answer that question.
Well, my recommendation would be, first of all, find a good coach. Yes. That's the first thing. You save a lot of money when you talk to those people who have already done what you're trying to do, and that's the mistake I made. I was all over the place. I spent a lot of money trying to just I was listening to everything people say, and I was buying on emotions, and at the end of the day, I didn't even know what to do with the stuff. So I needed a coach, and I'm back on track with my coach, and I'm grateful for that. So we're moving, and but the best thing I can tell a person, always go out, network, but look for that person who has what you want.
All right, and Lounedy.
And I definitely agree with what Miss Pat's saying. Having that guidance, that coach, someone who has the experience, it brings your vision to life.
Yes.
And it helps you to stay on task. You don't
And don't be afraid to invest in yourself, in a coach. You have to invest in a coach.
It's really good.
Yeah, and don't leave your 9 to 5 until you can securely support yourself in your vision and in your dream. Absolutely. Awesome. So I have a couple things that I did not even get a chance. I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys to call in, but we're running out of time. So I got a few minutes. So yes, my book, I forgot to mention, Your Signature Style, is available on my website. You can go to acradio.live. You can also have my new book, is Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s.
Yes.
Yay. and all my friends in their 50s keep telling me, when are you going to write the book for your 50s? I'm like, I'm not there yet. Give me a minute. So this is also available on acradio.live. And I had a couple requests about this, the 60-second facelift. And the 60-second facelift, you can also find a link on acradio.live for this product as well. So any closing remarks, ladies, that you have? We have like a minute if you want to share. I know your event is coming up October 26th. Go to unityinservice.com for more information. And your event is July 29th.
We have a new venue at the Fairfield Inn Suites.
Fairfield Inn Suites in Pembroke Pines. It's $10 for a ticket.
$10.
Go to Eventbrite and get your tickets.
Yeah, just
search Fresh Creole, Fresh Kitchen Creole, Fresh Kitchen Creole on Eventbrite.
Awesome.
Like us on Facebook.
And I would just like to give a shout out to all of my wonderful friends that I have out in our social media land. I want to give a special shout out to Nancy Matthews, Bill Walsh, and Mr. Eric Swanson for helping me to make our dream come true.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you, Alicia.
You're welcome. A wise friend always says to me, we have a finite number of minutes to spend. And just like you can only spend $1 once, you can only spend 1 minute once. It's your choice. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some of your minutes with me on my show. I wish you love, health, and happiness to live your life with audacious confidence. I love you, and we'll see you next time.